This is the test of International English Language Testing System taking place at IELTS School, and the center number is P49053. The examiner MD Nasiruddin. The examiner number is 509025. The candidate MST Sadia Khanom. The candidate number is 095023. Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Sadia Khanum, and you may call me Sadia.
Okay, so in the first part of the IELTS speaking test, I would like to ask you some general questions. Do you work or a student?
Currently, I'm working as a research associate. I have held this position since my second year of university, and now I have completed my studies, and then I am fully immersed myself in my professional role. So I'm working.
Okay, what do you like about your profession?
What I like the most about my profession is conducting a field research and gathering primary data directly from local communities because I think it enables me to engage with a diverse group of people and hone my communication skills.
Okay, so is there anything you dislike about your job?
To be very honest, I don't dislike anything about my profession because it's my passion. That means I am too much passionate about my job. Since I was inspired by my father because he was also a research associate. So there has no tendency or no question about dislikeness about my profession.
Okay,
Yes.
let's talk about your hometown. Where are you living right now?
Well, I live in Naranganj, which is adjacent to the capital of Bangladesh, Dhaka, and it's well known for its thriving industrial zones and uh, a vibrant city life, along with its breathtaking views.
So, how do you usually spend your COVID times in your countryside?
Well, since my schedule is quite demanding, I don't have much time, like much free time for spending. Whenever I get some free time, I try to spend it with my friends and family, like whether it's chatting online or arranging a meal anytime. So this is how I try to spend my pastime with them.
So, can you remember when you studied in primary school? I mean, can you remember something while studying in kindergarten or primary school?
Well, I think I don't remember much more about my primary education level because I was too kid. I cannot remember many things. But one thing that I can share with you about my birthday, at that time we used to uh, spend our special day with our teachers and friend circles by sharing chocolates, or at that time on the particular day we could wear any sort of dress whatever we uh, really like to do. So this is the thing I can remember
Okay. Do you
about.
prefer reading books or reading magazine?
Well, to be very honest, I prefer reading books over magazine because as a researcher, I frequently go through various research articles, reports, or uh, any sort of articles or something. First of all, it was my task, but over time, it has become my habit rather than task. So I enjoy learning a lots of diverse topics about any issues. So I think reading materials or books is my favorite thing over than others.
Okay, let's talk about foreign country. Which country would you love to go in the future?
Well, I love to go to the USA because it has diverse opportunities like employment ratio. We can explore lots of places. Like it has 50 states, right? So whenever I want to visit, I want to go to that specific place. I can visit anytime. among the USA. So this is the place you can say it's my desire and dream country where I would love to go in the future.
Okay, so have you ever been to another country except in Bangladesh?
Not yet, although I didn't have a passport till last year, and later I could manage a passport for planning to trip to the USA. But I think I am on the process of planning to my first trip to the USA. That's why I'm preparing myself for the IELTS test, and I'm working on those. And also, I'm arranging my travel arrangements. So this is the process I'm going through now.
Okay, that is the end of part one. So let's move on to part two. So here I'm going to give you a cue card, and you have a 1 minute to prepare what you are going to say. If you want, you can make some notes. So your note making time is over, and the topic is already demonstrated on the screen.
Well, today I'm gonna talk about a time when I helped my childhood friend was Saiba. A couple of years ago, I ran into her by chance on a road in Dhaka city. When It was really a surprising matter because I hadn't seen her in years because we both of us had lost our contact. As I saw her, we are discussing about different topics. Once she started to share her sufferings because she shared that she was going through a toxic and abusive marriage that was very much pathetic to me. Since I had studied public administration, I had a quite clear concept about legal aid assistance. She was less confident and she had no idea where to seek legal aid support or how to proceed about these issues. So I immediately contacted a lawyer and discussed about her issues and arranged a free and fair legal assistance for her. Though the incident wasn't a piece of cake for me, I had to burn the midnight oil for collecting all documents for a free trial. When I was able to uh, manage everything, she expressed her gratitude to me, and that time I felt like I was over the moon. So this is the incident. I always remember this incident. I think it's one of my best memorable incidents in my entire life.
Okay,
I really
time is over now. So we have been talking about a time when you helped someone. So now let's move on to part three. In part three, I am going to ask you some questions related to part two. The first question is: do you think nowadays people are less willing to help others as compared to past?
personally, I think so because modern society is more fast-paced and individualistic. People nowadays love to spend time more on themselves rather than others. They always love to improve themselves, like they always think about their self-development. They are much more realistic how to improve themselves much more than earlier. But in the past, in contrast, we could see the people who live in the traditional era always love to share and love to support each other because they thought that helping others was a great virtue and human behavior. So I think that's the difference between their mentality. So that's a definite issue.
Okay, so should school teach students about helping others?
Certainly, why not? Because helping others is such a kind virtue in human life. If if children are taught about the importance of helping others from an early age, maybe it can help build a harmonious society. So when they are taught about these issues, I think it will provide or it will bring a positive benefit in our society. For example, in many schools, they provide or they arrange very sort of community service activities like sharing their foods with others. Like in a classroom, there are lots of students who came from different background, who come from different background, like rich or poor, like this. If a person or if a child knows he or she should help the poor kid, that's I think that's a moment or that's a incident he can understand. Oh, I should help my poor this
Okay.
friend. Uh,
Why do some people enjoy helping others while others do not?
Um, to be very honest, I think it largely depends on personal values and upbringing. Because there are two types of environment. Like a person who grows up in nourishing environment, maybe he are totally fulfilled with such an environment where kindness and generosity are always strongly emphasized, which are maybe absent which may be absent in such an environment who are quite competitively highly competitive, like in corporate jobs. So, for example, the people who live in rural areas have a strong connection with their communities that is totally absent in corporate jobs, where they always think about their self development, or they always think about their career growth or advancement. So I think it's their mentality issues and their total surroundings. How do they develop or how do they are growing day by day?
Okay, so how can communities encourage more people to help each other?
Well, I think communities can encourage people by doing some activities. First of all, they can arrange community service programs such as food drives or charity events where people can willingly participate or engage in these activities to know about these issues, how to help others, or what is the process of helping others, and what will be the ultimate benefit. So this is not only the about humanities, but also responsibilities. When people engage with these activities, uh, I think they can learn about responsibility. It's not only social responsibility, but also mental responsibility. Oh, I should help that person for this reason, or I should help this person without any reasons. It's my moral values or duty. And another things I can say, um, communities can um, communities can arrange very meetings or any sort of lessons, so that children can from children to older people can learn about this environment, or they can used to about this environment, how should it really work.
Okay, so do you think technology has made it easier or harder to help each others?
Personally, I think it has both, like pros and cons. Sometimes it has made our life much more easier, and sometimes it has made our life worse. And like if I am saying about a hard situation, like in 2024, flood situation in Bangladesh, where people could manage lots of assistance from other peoples to support the particular vulnerable group. It's only possible. It was only possible by using social media. Like they posted their condition or that situation, and they could arrange their fund easily. On the other hand, it can also has also a negative impact on our life. Like we are much more concrete, or we are much more individualistic or realistic. Like our parents, sometimes there are a lot of families in our country who live in village, but their children or offsprings are living in urban society. So I think whenever they want to meet their parents, they just arrange a Google Meet, or they just use social media like Facebook Messenger, whatever, or WhatsApp to meet their parents. So as a result, what is happening? they can or they have lost their physical attachment. I think it's we are losing day by day. It's our physical attachment. So it has both sides. I think so.
Okay, that is the end of your speaking test.